Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Auphanim. So we have an article on investorplace.com right here. Things just keep getting better for XRP and XRP holders. That money is looking delicious, isn't it? Seems like it's closer than ever. There's no guarantees. We never know what's going to happen. But as of now, things are looking great in that SEC case. We have this article here. Ripple is predicting an end date to its SEC lawsuit. It's predicting the end date. Okay, we're going to jump into this article. I haven't read it yet. That's interesting. XRP crypto holders, mark your calendars. That's pretty bold. Hey, you better not be clickbaiting me. You better not. Let's get into this here. Ripple is one of the most interesting cryptocurrencies right now, given the current controversy surrounding centralized banking, as well as the companies. There's no controversy surrounding centralized banking. I'm going to tell you what's surrounding centralized banking. It's no controversy. Tons of money stands. There's no guarantees, but even though Ripple has hundreds of banks signed up to use the XRPL, but just as a researcher, I have to say there's no guarantees, because in life, there's no guarantees anything can happen. But as it stands right now, there's no controversy. Tons and tons of money stands to flow into XRP because its purpose is literally interbank payments. You saw how high those are, didn't you? That's not a joke. That's a fact. And also to replace or be integrated by the SWIFT system. Now, its original purpose is to replace SWIFT. Don't you ever forget it. That's huge money. Even if they take the tiniest piece, that price is going to raise. All right, raise it all. Now, there's no controversy there. But let's continue on in this article here. It says, as well as the company's legal trouble with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Yes, there is trouble because the SEC has been moving and doing very strange things with a lot of different companies that really are not deserving of that particular type of treatment. Meanwhile, all the rug pulls are still out there. You tell me that there's not something wrong with the SEC's perception. All the rug pulls are still out there. All the scam coins are still out there. People are getting just scammed left and right. Unbelievable. But they're not taking action on that. But they're looking at Ripple. How does that make sense? Cardano. How does that make sense? These are legit projects with genius minds behind them that have been above board the entire time. Coinbase. Come on now. That's where you begin. You say you want to protect the people, and yet the people are still getting raked over the coals and getting torture racked by the Lex Luger. Was it Lex Luger? Lex Lugers. I'm showing my age now. Lex Luger. Some of you don't even know that wrestler. He used to do a move called the torture rack. Anyway, you guys are distracting me. Let's get back to the article. So it says it has been a busy month for Ripple, to say the least. Earlier in March, CEO Brad Garlinghouse had to go to bat for the company because Global Powers decided to bar several redacted central banks from SWIFT. Critics believe Ripple could be a prime venue. We already know all that information. Come on, get to the juicy stuff. Get to the information. Ripple is compliant with ISO 20022, a burgeoning global standard for international banking. We will be the bridge currency for the world. XRP, XLM, HBAR. So of course we're going to be compliant. We're highly compliant. That's not strange. Plus, its fees vastly undermine those associated with SWIFT. Exactly. People are tired of that SWIFT system. The fees are ridiculous. And you know what it is? It's predatory. It's predatory. Not only has SWIFT been weaponized, it's predatory how they're doing, because they understand. How do you have such high fees when you understand that the people that are sending money back and forth the most are people who are struggling? They move to another country, right? I'm not going to cover the B2B and such like that, and bank to bank payments and stuff. I'm not going to cover that. I'm talking about the underbank that Ripple and Stellar like to highlight. And they definitely would benefit. But SWIFT has been predatory with these individuals who are struggling in life. They're trying to do a little bit better. They move to a better economy. They're working hard, and they want to send money back to their people. They want to send money back to their family, friends. And when they do, and they go to use your system, they're hit with these extremely high fees. Now, you might say, well, what about don't worry about the people. Small businesses is the same thing. You've been predatory to them as well. The SWIFT system has been predatory to large business institutions. SWIFT system has been predatory to the banks. Why do you think the banks are jumping on, literally drooling over the possibility of using XRPL? They signed up like it was no problem. They wanted to test the XRPL immediately. Look how many banks signed up. Look how many banks were drooling overutilizing XLM also to in the same degree. Look how many are signed up to utilize IBM's financial offering through the cloud and WorldWire. Look how they jumped on that, right? Then look at what LightNet is doing in Southeast Asia with XLM. Do you see where this is going? Swift system, if they don't integrate with the new financial system, it's over for them. Who wants to use them? And also, oh yeah, let's not forget on-demand liquidity, and you don't have to pre-fund accounts anymore. Everything is better. Swift is terrible. Anyway, it's my humble opinion. You don't have to agree with that. I completely respect your thoughts and things like that. I'm just a humble researcher. That price is going to raise, by the way. Raise. It's a beautiful time to be alive. I get a little excited. Hey, you guys know me by now. That's just, I have to be me. I have to be Auphanim. That's just how it is. I can't be anything else. Ripple gives an expected window for SEC lawsuit to close. Is that so? I'd like to read this. So let's get right to it. In late 2020, the SEC decided to go after Ripple for what it calls an unregistered security offering. Right. Ripple's initial coin offering, a common way of launching a crypto, is being targeted as an illegal fundraiser. Well, we already know that. You guys are making me wait for the good stuff. You really are? Okay, here it is. Okay, maybe this is it. According to attorney Jeremy Hogan, however, who is closely reporting on the case for Ripple fans. What? We're holders, we're investors, fans, fanatics. I love when people use those words like Ripple fans, Ripple maxis. Listen, a lot of investors, we're here to make money. We know what are the big money plays. We know all about the quick money plays. We're not worried about quick money. But obviously, because it's taking more time for big money plays to come about, infrastructures have to be set up. We have a little bit more time to discuss big money plays. This is the big money game. Nobody's a fan. Nobody's a maxi, but we do want that money. So we want the money from XRP. That's big. That's huge money. Generational wealth. We want the generational wealth from XLM. We want the generational wealth from HBAR. HBAR is going to have a strong parabolic run. I'm so excited about HBAR. We want that money. We're not fans. We're not maxis. We're smart investors who have won, by the way. We've won many times before, and we shall win again, right? But I love that, fans, right? The end may finally be in sight. Hogan says the company itself has an expected window for when the case will be resolved. New documentation shows that Ripple expects the suit to close between August 26th and November 18th of this year. Of course, this doesn't include the possibility of settlement, which could adjourn the case at any moment. Now, listen, because I'm a little bit different. I see these dates, sure, I make a little note on the calendar. I don't get too excited though, because there's been so many dates people have thrown out there and they've come and they've gone and it hasn't worked out that way. You can never tell when it comes to the government. You can never tell when it comes to a judge, and you can never tell, especially when it comes to the SEC. All right. So sure, that's exciting to hear, but I'm not too excited. I'll wait and see when it actually happens. Then sure, well, I'll know where I want to take my thinking and my activity. All right. And I'll start readjusting things. But until it actually happens, I'm not going to be preemptively doing anything based upon these particular dates. But I mean, that's interesting. We'll see if it actually happens. But as I said, many people have given dates and they've come and they've gone. And as they even iterated here, this doesn't include the possibility of settlement, which could adjourn the case at any moment. All right. So listen, I think that, yes, so hopefully the case will end at some point. I mean, because Ripple has been absolutely demolishing the SEC. They've been winning on every single front. I don't see how a victory shouldn't be near. I wouldn't just jump out the window, so to speak, and just put dates out there, honestly. But I mean, it seems to be no recourse for individuals putting out dates and then those dates being wrong. No recourse for them. So why wouldn't they just continue to just throw dates out there? But there could be some truth to this. So as I said, I'm going to stay at a neutrality and just see what happens. As a researcher, that's how I am. Until I have concrete fact, that's the part of being a researcher. We don't really, we want to see PDFs. We want to see solid information, solid data before we make a solid move. So of course, it's fun to speculate, but as a researcher, we want to see what's going to happen first. Okay, so give us something concrete. When there's a concrete document out there that's saying this, and there's corroboration from both sides of that particular happening, that particular event, right? Then we have something to work with. So, that's interesting between August 26th and November 18th of this year. So we'll see what happens. I'll add it to my calendar. We'll keep an eye on this. Right now, all I want is Ripple to continue to do well, improving the protocol, improving the XRPL, continue to stay ahead of the legacy system, continue to make partnerships. They've been doing a great job, by the way, with partnerships. They've been doing a great job. Continue to do that, because the more they increase in all directions, the positive things they've been doing, the more money that can flow smoothly. And when we're ready to flip that switch, everything can go off without any problems. And it means that money's going, there's no halt to that money. It's coming. Okay. That's what it means. So that's what I'm concentrating on right now. I'm going to continue to monitor the different banks working with them, try to monitor the progress of their central bank digital currencies, monitor the progress of the development of XRPL, the further advancement of the protocol XRP. Same thing I'm doing with XLM. All right. So I'm going to keep my eye on the ball and keep my mind glued to the facts. All right. And concrete data. And I'll have something like this in the back of my mind, but I'm not jumping up and down right now and shouting to everyone I know, hey, August 26th, hey, November 18th. Not doing that. So just be careful of that. Be careful of that. And I wouldn't make any rash decisions. And this is not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. But this is little exciting, okay? So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.